The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
Happy Sunday, one and all. Welcome into the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg, brought to you live in high definition in one place on the 412. We're live from Fred Rust Arena in advance of the Delaware Blue Hens Men's Division II team's third game of the weekend. They're looking to get back in the win column after dropping 2 to North Carolina State. The Seahawks of UNC-Wilmington come to Fred Rust Arena for the first time ever after a weekend split in New Jersey up to this point. Hi to you all, James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena. Glad to have all of you along with us here on this Sunday afternoon on the Delaware Hockey Network. These two teams met for the first time 52 weeks ago today at the Wilmington Ice House, where they battled to a 4-4 draw, if memory serves me right. We know they ended on level pegging after 65 minutes of hockey. First trip for the Seahawks to Fred Rust Arena in the program's history, and certainly a change of pace from the tight confines of the Wilmington Ice House. Here, a 9-hour bus ride up the Atlantic coast. We're going to head right to the Limestone Pension Associates lineup cards. In advance of this game, the Seahawks 13-7-0 under head coach Rich Brower. This is their first ever visit to Fred Rust Arena. And Noah Preston gets the call for the Seahawks. He is 6-1-0 on the year with a .224 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. Nick D'Andrea, Corey Levy, Chris Lawson combining for 22 goals coming into this weekend. Will handle starting forward duty. A couple other names to keep an eye on. Zach Schrock, leading scorer for the Seahawks with 23 goals coming into this weekend. Colin Roberts in point-of-game territory with 10 goals and 12 helpers. Chris McGrath, 12 and 17, also well over that point-of-game line for the Seahawks, who come into Fred Rust Arena of a hard-fought extra-time win at Rowan yesterday. Delaware, on the other hand, looking to regain momentum after being swept by the Ice Pack of North Carolina State the last 2 days. They put up a good fight on Friday in a 5-4 defeat, but yesterday frustration set in. The Hens fell apart at the seams in an 8-0 rout. They look to put it back together today in their second ever meeting with the Seahawks. Joey Hooper will get the call again this afternoon, 7-6-1 after the defeat on Friday. His goals against average, roughly 3.2 at this point. He entered the weekend with a save percentage of .913. The fourth line gets starting duties today. Brian Kramer, Hubert Polchlapek, and Pat Olensky. We'll see Josh Flom and Michael Buckman starting things off on the defensive. They both had an assist for Delaware in Friday's 5-4 defeat. So solid showings from them on the blue line and in terms of making plays. We'll see if they can regain that momentum here this afternoon. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by our good friends at the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for you, the expert team at the Law Office of Long and Greenberg are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries, and the resources they provide are custom tailored to what your situation calls for. To schedule your free consultation, call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-LONG. That's 302-466-5664, or visit injuryde.com. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network, live on the 412. When we come back, it will be go time for the third game of the weekend for both the Seahawks and the Blue Hens. their second ever meeting, their first ever meeting at Fred Rust Arena. We're glad to have you along with us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, and it's all coming your way thanks to the law office of Long and Greenberg.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the four-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, live on the 412 as the Delaware Blue Hens prepare to take on the North Carolina Wilmington Seahawks for just the second time ever. And the first time here at Fred Rust Arena. Inside the glass we go for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good afternoon, and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division II regular season game between the visiting UNC-Wilmington Seahawks and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet today's starting lineups. For the visiting UNC-Wilmington Seahawks, starting in goal, number 32, Noah Preston. On defense, number 8, Cameron Traynor. And number 18, Nolan Tabraham. Starting at left wing, number 13, Chris Lawson. At right wing, number 96, Nick Dandria. And starting at center, number 86, Corey Levy. It's that time, Blue Hen Nation. Let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a junior from Long Beach Township, New Jersey, number 33, Joey Hooper. On defense, a sophomore from Wayne, New Jersey, number 5, Josh Flaw. And a senior from Hanover, Maryland, number 26, Michael Buckman. Starting at left wing, a freshman from Ocean Township, New Jersey, number 18, Patrick Olensky. At right wing, a freshman from Colonia, New Jersey, number 17, Hubert Polchlapek. And starting at center, a freshman from Berkeley Heights, New Jersey, number 14, Brian Kramer. Your Blue Hens are coached by Vince Falkowski and Bob Stroik, assisted by graduate assistant Dylan Creed. The on-ice officials for this afternoon's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Tony Pepe Armetta and Rich Lachal, and linesman Gavin Doyle and Brendan Liu. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave Limestone Pension Associates opening introductions are complete for the fifth and final time this weekend from Fred Rust Arena. And now we turn our attention to the game ahead. Delaware looking to get back in the win column after dropping 2 to North Carolina State. We don't have our coffee upstairs. That one of the changes from Friday and Saturday. Also, the sand third sweaters remain on the hangers. Delaware going with their traditional home whites today. They'll move from left to right in the opening period. UNC-Wilmington and their away jade kits. Wilmington across the front in baseball-style script lettering, moving right to left. As Gavin Doyle drops the puck on a Sunday afternoon at Fred Rust Arena. In the Delaware zone, Michael Buckman controls the puck after it was played up the far boards. Recovered by Dandria. Thrown to center point, but Cameron Traynor bobbled the puck. This goes all the way back into the Wilmington zone, where goalie Noah Preston left the puck in the near corner to Tabraham, and this is carried up the right side by his D partner Cam Traynor, floated beyond the reach of Lawson, and this will come back. And icing just 34 seconds into the game. Faceoff's gonna be to the left of Noah Preston as Delaware's fourth line remains on. Brian Kramer in for the draw across from Corey Levy. Trying to work through the slot was Polchlepek, but he was angled to the far corner by Tabraham after the Kramer face-off win. Tabraham to Dandria. Puck is chipped off the near glass. Playable by Flom before the goal line, so Gavin Doyle says no on the icing. Flom found Polchlepek up the near side. Puck volleyed across neutral ice. Hens had an opportunity to make a change, but they stay on coming to the minute mark of the first game. Big open ice hit on Kai Levy, trying to cut into the high slot. Coming down with the puck is Kramer for Delaware, but he's swarmed by Chris McGrath as the Seahawks, clad in jade, have been able to get some fresh legs on. Zach Schrock working behind the goal, leading scorer for the Seahawks, outmanned by white sweaters. Here this is wound up and cleared by Simmons. Puck caroms back into the neutral zone up the far side, and Joey Wogish walks it into the Wilmington end. He was trailed by Vecchio, but this puck comes back into the control of Colin Roberts for Wilmington. Cross ice feed, McGrath cutting to the cage. Angling away from him was the South Carolinian Sean Lipinski to turn the puck back into Delaware control and out of his path to the net. Vecchio waits. Flips the puck to his right, and Pat Flaherty. Cross-ice pass, bounces off Wogish's stick. He walks into the Wilmington zone, drop pass to D-man Lipinski, who got a shot through from distance, but it was turned to the near side by Preston for the first save of the game. Lipinski, off his backhand, flips this to Stam, bodied into the corner glass by Bessemer. Puck rolls on its rib. It is contested in that far corner now. Controlled by Jess Day after Umscheid batted it toward him. Brower throws this puck along the left wing boards into the Delaware zone. Umscheid takes a check from Lipinski. Puck is knocked loose in the corner, corralled by Vecchio. Vecchio had some help from Wogish to clear, and now Austin Vecchio has got some more momentum. But a stick check at the top of the near circle from Nolan Tabraham separates Vecchio from his path toward the net, and the Hens are forced to regroup in their own end. We're coming to the 3-minute mark of the opening period from Fred Rust Arena. No score between UNC-Wilmington and Delaware. And as mentioned, their second ever meeting and the Seahawks' first ever trip to the first state. Siggins' drop pass intended for Mosher didn't connect. Klein turns on the forechecking heat on Harrison Laux, who caroms the puck out of his zone. This goes into the Wilmington bench area and out of play. Dimitri Mahalios wins the draw just above the line But here came Kai Levy up the left wing boards, advancing the puck to Dandria. Centering pass was intended for Lawson. Chris Lawson, that is. The only Lawson on the ice today is Delaware's Nick Lawson. Is among the Blue Hens scratches. Milseric, Greco, Lawson, Ehrlich, Sharp, Lou, Maloney, Variale, Scott, and McGregor out of action this afternoon for the Blue Hens. Face-off is coming. To the right of the Wilmington goal. Getz is forced back behind his own net to get some forward momentum going for the Blue Hens. Klein held up at his own line. Villano takes a check after receiving a pass beyond center. He does get the puck the rest of the way down ice. Mahalios and Villano pursue. Villano moving into that second line left winger position. Here a shot from Tomaitis is caught and held by Noah Preston for a pause in play. Just over 4 minutes into the opening period. A little clarity on that far face-off circle. Another puck out of action. Face-off will take place just above the Wilmington line. With just over 4 minutes gone in a scoreless hockey game, 2 shots on goal. Both have come from the Blue Hens. Penn behind the cage, could not find Tomaitis. Buckman steps up to the short boards near side to prolong this Delaware attack. Engelman facing a check from Bessemer, flipped the puck off his backhand into the corner. Centering pass from Penn, nobody home. Buckman again protects. This comes to Quinn. Left high in the zone, winding up Engelman. Without a shot lane, caroms the puck below the cage again. Saunders Penn, bothered in the near corner by Brower. Turnover was forced. Working up the middle is Roberts for Wilmington. Drop pass, trailing the play and shooting was McGrath, and Hooper freezes for a pause with 15:06 to go in the opening frame. Face-off coming to Joey Hooper's left after he makes his first save of the afternoon. Fresh legs on all around. Kramer and Umscheid. It's worth noting Bradley Gray wearing number 22 for Wilmington and a Delaware icing will send them back in their own end. Kramer and Day meet at the near circle. Draw one initially by Day, it appeared, as Umscheid crashed in to try to gain possession, but Flaherty had the upper hand. Cross-ice pass from Olensky off the near boards. Polchlepek shovels the puck in. That entry barely onside for Delaware, but taking the puck away was Trainer. He couldn't chip it out off the near glass as Flaherty held the right point. Race for a loose puck up the far wall goes Wilmington's way. This is walked by Jess Day to the Delaware blue line, dumped in. Flaherty confronting Umscheid. Umscheid holding on to the puck in the near corner. He sets up Kai Levy. A lazy one-timer from the left point. Held on to for the pause by Joey Hooper with 14 minutes and 19 seconds to go in opening period action. Face-off comes to the near circle. Gavin Doyle awaiting the centers. Vecchio and Colbreth take the draw. Won by Logan Colbreth for Wilmington. Centering pass from him off the Levy feed down low. Goes beyond the reach of Siggins, and here's a 2-on-2 for the Hens. Stam lost the puck after gaining the zone. He chased it down to the near corner. Vecchio offering support. Couldn't get past a pair of Seahawk defenders. Stam recovers. He failed to find Wogish around the corner. This comes to Siggins. Long throw-in, paddled down and away by Hooper. Siggins chases the puck down to maintain the Seahawks momentum. Levy across the line to Simmons. Siggins, no avail from distance. Colbreth brings down the loose puck, throws it on net. First penalty of the game coming up, and this will go against the Delaware Blue Hens, says Richie Lachal. 6 minutes and 24 seconds in. Getz heads off for a cross check. So a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill begins right now. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Aiden Getz, as mentioned, off for cross-checking. As the bench conference with Vince Falkowski and the on-ice officials wraps up, play resumes. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 30, Aiden Getz. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 24 seconds in the first period. Getz, 2 for cross-checking at 6:24. Another Richie Lachal whistle just 25 seconds later. And this time it's Brower going off. He's ruled guilty of holding, so we're going to be 4-on-4 for a good long 95 seconds. UNC-Wilmington penalty assessed to number 28, Robert Brower. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 49 seconds in the first period. Brower, 2 for holding at 6:49. Klein tried to center to Mahalios, but Mahalios wasn't in the slot at the time. Simmons to Levy the other way. He walks in over the Delaware blue line. The shot from Chris Lawson high in the zone was wobbled wide. Levy, net front feed again. Lawson canceled out by both Flom and Klein. This is cleared. No icing as the puck was tipped on its way into the Wilmington zone. Corey Levy building up quite the momentum up the right wing dots, barreling into the Delaware end. Net front feed to Tabraham, and he crashes into the net behind Joey Hooper, and he is slow to get up. Tabraham heads off. Little shaken up. Where does the face-off go is the question. It's going to be to the left of Joey Hooper. There was a shot on goal in that sequence, and Hooper did have the save before Tabraham careened into the net. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and Wogish scores! Joey Wogish lights the lamp for the Blue Hens. It's 1-0, 8:08 into the hockey game. Seeing it on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay. Wogish cutting to the cage. finishes what Austin Vecchio begins. And an even strength goal. .808 into the first period. Gives Delaware the early advantage. Brief back-end Carl Dubé power play for the Hens right now. Just 20 seconds left on the man advantage, giving them an opportunity to double up, but this is fired clear by Bessemer. Oh, Delaware goal! His 9th of the season. Scored by number 24, Joey Wogish. Assisted by number 10, Austin Vecchio. Time of the goal, 8 minutes, 8 seconds of the first period. Wogish, his 9th from Vecchio. An even strength goal at 8:08. Long throw in, paddled away. Errantly whistled dead by Gavin Doyle, so this, an errant icing, will come back by rule to center. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Long and Greenberg will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claims to representing you in hearings and appeals. Call the Law Office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-LONG to schedule your free consultation or learn more by visiting injuryde.com. The Zach Schrock shot was blocked at the top of the circle. Flom battles for the rebound in the corner. He's got some help now from Saunders Penn. The Texan leaves this behind the net to Buckman. Buckman confronted by Roberts, dishes the puck forward to Johnny Tomaitis. Here's a 2-on-2 for the Hens. Tomaitis off his backhand, throws the puck in close. Chasing it down was Penn, but he couldn't finish on the welcome mat. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight, friends. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Kramer and Corey Levy took the draw. Quick shot off the faceoff, caught and held by Noah Preston. Watching it again on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay. This was turned back to the left point, launched in, but ultimately to no avail. Seahawks mount a counterattack off the subsequent draw, but Matt Crane controls the puck in the far corner of his own zone, keeping it away from D'Andrea. Polchlepek lofts the puck clear beyond center red, but unable to reel it in was Olensky. This will be an icing against the Seahawks this time, with 9 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the opening period. A 1-0 game. Delaware getting those attacking zone chances today. The passes completing a little bit more readily. The breakout, the big trouble spot yesterday, even worse than Friday, when the Hens did mount a second period rally before giving way late. Hooper flashes the leather to keep the Seahawks scoreless with 9 and change to go. The Tens meet. Day and Vecchio. Unable to get a clean shot away off the draw was Brendan Umshad. Vecchio behind his own net. Emerges up the left wing boards through forechecking traffic. Stam tips the puck right to Austin Vecchio. but he lost it at the Wilmington blue line. Umshide back the other direction. Dumps the puck behind the net. Flaherty leaves it to Joey Wogish. Chipped off the backboards. Sean Lipinski with a little time kisses this off the glass. Leaping for the puck was Laux, but he couldn't reel it in. This is tipped into the Wilmington bench off a Seahawks stick. So the ensuing faceoff will come back into the Seahawks zone with 8.5 minutes to go in opening period play. Delaware 1, Wilmington 0. It was Joey Wogish putting the Hens on the board off a gorgeous setup from Austin Vecchio at the 8:08 mark of the first period. Mahalios emerges from the corner. Centering pass was intended for Klein. Puck is tipped over the netting and out. So this will stay in Seahawk territory again. Dmitry Mahalios wins the attacking zone face-off over Colbreth. Lipinski could not maintain the zone. This will come back into neutral ice with 8 and change to go in period number 1. Puck out of play gives us a pause in the action. Restart goes the way of the Seahawks. Breakout pass up the middle for Mosher does find Colbreth. The drop to Siggins didn't connect though. This is pushed back as far as the Wilmington blue line. A turnover from Simmons paves the way for Villano, but his net front backhander is covered up by Noah Preston for a pause in the action. Seeing it again on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay. There's the turnover at center as Mosher bobbled the puck. Villano came over to his backhand. But crossing to the near post along with him was Noah Preston to make the necessary save. 7.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Icing waved off as Zach Schrock wins the race to the puck up the near side for Wilmington. Cross ice pass after he was steered to the far half wall, ends up out of the zone. Recovered by Kai Levy. Hit off the play between Schrock and Villano. They both pop up and head to their respective bench areas. Play migrates back into the Blue Hens end. As Engelman, working with Buckman, failed to clear the zone. Shot off the turnover, came from Dandria. Hooper made the initial save but lost the puck under his rear end. He had some help clearing it out of harm's way though to keep this a 1-0 hockey game. Nervous moment there for the Blue Hens. Mahalios to Tomaitis. Shot was tipped by Preston out of harm's way. Looked like that was on net. So that'll count as Preston's 7th save. Tomaitis with the turnover below the goal. He steals the puck. Works it back up the far wall. Off his backhand, he turns it below the cage again to Saunders Penn, who's tied up by Trainer in the near corner. Emerging with the vulcanized rubber is Dandria. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Seahawks. Dandria steered by Getz to the near corner. Circles below the goal. Quinn has him marked the other way. Levy finishes on the doorstep. A centering pass to Corey Levy gives Wilmington their first goal of the afternoon. Corey Levy's got his 7th of the year. Set up on the doorstep by Dandria. And we're all knotted up 1-1. 6 to go in the opening period. Brand new hockey game. And the Hens' Sean Lipinski could not find Polchlepek in traffic on his way up the near boards. So Lipinski getting the puck back, carries it beyond center before dumping it in, and now he retreats into a back-checking roll. Turnover in the neutral zone. Olensky forces play back into the Wilmington end. UNC-Wilmington goal, his 7th of the season, scored by number 86, Corey Levy. Assisted by number 96, Nick D'Andrea. Time of the goal, 13 minutes, 57 seconds in the first period. Levy's 7th from D'Andrea at 13:57. Face off to Preston's right. Vecchio bats the puck into the far corner, chases it down. He tried to flip one to Wogish, waiting center point, but it is taken away and walked into the neutral zone by Logan Colbreth. Hens stay on side for the re-entry. Vecchio crashing the net, denied on the welcome mat by Preston. Flom recovers for the Hens after Kai Levy. Correction, Shane Mosher, that is. Apologies on the bobbled pronunciation. Shane Mosher wearing number 14. Work play into the Delaware end. Checking with team staff prior to the game. Shane goes with the short O, as opposed to the standardbred trainers in Maine. And that family opting for the long O, same spelling. Flom leaves this behind the net. Wogish, net front feed, didn't make it to Stam. This is hacked up the far boards by Kyle Siggins, brought down in the Delaware end, plus 20 feet by Engelman. He feeds to Flom, long throw in, will be frozen for a pause in play with 3:45 to go in the opening period of this now 1-1 game from Fred Rust Arena. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. You will most definitely be the first star of your next group event. 3:15 to go in the opening period from Fred Rust Arena. First trip to the barn for Wilmington. The shot from Tabraham turned aside by Hooper. This game kept 1-1. Tabraham from in front of his own bench throws in. Hooper forced to play on under no pressure. Seahawks change. Klein off the long feed from Getz. Gained red before flipping the puck into the Wilmington zone. Now he steps up to force Brower to the near boards. Brower comes careening into the Delaware end, puts one net front. Looking for the shot was D'Andrea, but Hooper had the answer. 2:31 to go in opening period action. Lawson had the clear look at the puck at the top of the crease. Fanned on it, though. The shot that did materialize. Well, Joey Hooper had the last word for his 8th save of the game. 2:20 to go in the opening period. Penn with a long chance from 45. Stick to the far corner by Preston. Rebound fought for in the far corner by Brower and Penn. Trying to dig the puck free was Tomaitis. Quinn pitchforking away too. This battle going nowhere as we head to the final 2 minutes of the first period. Brower lowers a shoulder to try to draw Penn out of position. He does, pushing the puck to the near wall. Bessemer can't clear. Flaherty held the point. Net front feed to Saunders Penn. Last word goes to Noah Preston again. Preston lost his blocker in the exchange with 95 seconds to go in the opening period. His stick as well. He wants a call. None to be had from the management, Pepe Armetta, who now gives Noah the explanation as to why the heck not. Face-off's going to come to Preston's right. Minute and 35 to go in the first period of what's been so far a much better showing for the Blue Hens than they had against the Ice Pack on Friday and Saturday. Day with the dump in. Brad Gray couldn't set anything up net front from below the cage. Buckman takes his time, works the puck ahead to Penn. It's batted from just below shoulder height by Tomaitis into the Wilmington zone. Now walked ahead by Jess Day. Headman pass in neutral ice to Umscheid. Umscheid one-on-one shot, stick down and covered by Hooper. Richie Lachal lost sight of the puck, so the whistle sounds. Players played on, looked as though they didn't lose sight of it, but from where Richie stood, he saw Joey's glove come down on that puck. This time it does. And with a minute to go in the first period, the Hens win the D-zone draw, and their fourth line comes barreling forward. Shot from an awkward angle from Padalensky. Was deflected off its path by Preston, but it didn't have the path for the net, so it won't count as a shot on goal. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Olensky plays the body on Roberts, clean shoulder check into the center glass, emerging with the puck for the Hens is Olensky. Polchlepek shovels this into the near corner, chased down by Brian Kramer. He gets a shove from Schrock away from the puck, but holds the right point. To Crane, he opens fire from distance. Last word again going to Noah Preston. 16 seconds to go in this first period. Good 1-1 game. Shots 12-11. Wilmington with a slight advantage there. Starting centers take what's, if not the final draw of the period, one of the final draws of the period, and it's going to be contested again here with 10.9 seconds to go after another Preston save. Kramer swats the puck into the far corner. Trainer up the near side beyond the reach of Dandria. This will come back an icing with 1 second to go. Hooper went off, extra attacker was on, first period is in the books. The score through one period. Delaware Blue Hens 1, UNC-Wilmington 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the four-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back into the Delaware Hockey Network. 1-1 through 20 minutes. Joey Wogish, the goal scorer for the Blue Hens, setting the stage in this first period. It was off this feed from Austin Vecchio, but the Hens got on the board. 8 minutes into the first period. 6 minutes later, though, the Seahawks responded. Centering pass from Nick D'Andrea led to Corey Levy's 7th goal of the year. And we head into the second period, deadlocked, one aside through 20. James Witherite joining you all here on the Delaware Hockey Network. As the second period gets underway, Delaware traveling right to left in the second period. Clad in their home whites, UNC-Wilmington in their away jade kits moving left to right as Noah Preston records a glove save. Just 5 seconds into the second period. Delaware's shot total adjusted to 14 during the first intermission. A couple secondary chances confirmed on video replay by our stat crew. Eli Swope, the stat man, giving us all the facts and figures behind the scenes here this afternoon. Flom to Polchlepek up the middle. Drop pass. Flom caught unawares, but he steadies the puck. It's taken away from him and driven to the near corner by Chris Lawson, but not out. Polchlepek protecting for Delaware. Leaves this behind the net. Tabraham takes a check from the forechecking Brian Kramer, and Buckman holds the right point successfully for the Hens. Shot skipped through the slot. Comes up to the near half wall. Flom plays the body on Lawson, but couldn't reel the puck in. Buckman back behind his own goal, recovers for the Hens. A minute into the second period. Bit of a chaotic line change there for the Seahawks, but they get some fresh legs on as Olensky leaves this to Kramer, accelerating up the left wing boards, but he gets tied up mid-zone by Chris McGrath. Roberts the other way. Tried to put one on net, but Flom took away his shot lane in close. Flom kicks the puck away from Roberts' reach, but couldn't push it past Schrock below the cage. Zach Schrock leaves one high, the one-timer from McGrath off Hooper's pads. Rebound ends up at the far half wall, but it's not cleared. Holding the point was Kai Levy, but to no further avail. This comes back and icing against the Blue Hens. 96 seconds into period number 2. Face-off comes to the left of Joey Hooper. Puck is down, play resumes with the Hens clearing their zone, courtesy Sean Lipinski. Kai Levy found McGrath, but a delayed offside. Enabled the Blue Hens to gain a little bit of breathing room. Wogish way offside here. Just poor timing on that entry. Wogish and Olensky just, let's face it, they don't skate together that much at all. So the timing issue leads to a neutral zone face-off, 1 minute and 57 seconds into the second period. And the duel between the Tens goes Vecchio's way. Play halted by Armetta. Some issue with the Wilmington net. So effectively a do-over for everybody. Something amiss with the water bottle holder or some such, we can best surmise, but any case, back to the action in the Delaware zone as Flaherty tries to work the puck free amidst a two-a-side scrum to the left of Joey Hooper. This is batted free by Stam. Wogish gives it back to Stam. They've got a 2-on-2 attack. Centering pass from Wogish beyond Stam's reach. Ends up in the near corner, brought down by Vecchio. He sets up a shot from Stam in close. This is covered by Preston for a pause. Delaware fans let out a collective groan, feeling that puck was still playable. But in any case, we do have a stoppage at a face-off to the right of Noah Preston, who stopped 16 of 17 to this point. Only 3 of those grade A chances, and one of them did find the back of the Wilmington net. Lipinski emerges with the puck in his own zone after it was tied up right by the player entrance. Vecchio, Stam, 2-on-2. Stam through traffic, was sticked at by Laux and forced to chase the puck into the near corner after it was tipped off his intended path. Culbreth's pass the other way, found Mosher just above the line, thrown in from distance. Lipinski fighting for position and possession alongside Shane Mosher, and Wogish clears. Vecchio up the middle's got a 2-on-2. He stood up at the top of the far circle by Tabraham. Puck controlled by Shane Mosher in the far corner and cleared. This will come back and icing with 16:22 remaining in the second period. Faceoff's going to come to the near side. Non-offending team gets the option as to which side the draw will take place on in icings and also at the beginnings of power plays. A new addition to the NCAA rulebook just a couple years ago. All for naught, though, here for Delaware as Wilmington wins the faceoff. Mosher couldn't clear the zone, though. He heads off for a partial change, and Crane leads the re-entry up the near side for the Blue Hens. Mahalios, Klein, Villano. The 3 forwards. Aiden Getz swats the puck in from the right point. Klein chases it down, but he's surrounded by Jaden Navy in the near corner. Levy can't work free. Nor could Lawson. Klein holding the zone. Gives way to Dandria, who pushes the puck 10 feet over his own blue line and forces the Hens to regroup in neutral ice. 4.5 minutes in the books in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game. Joey Wogish with his 9th of the season for Delaware. Corey Levy with his 7th of the season for UNC-Wilmington, the 2 goal scorers to this point. Gets again. Throws a wobbling puck through the slot off the near corner boards. Tom Villano to Mahalios. Mahalios triple teamed in the near corner. Corey Levy nearly forced the turnover there. Hens do regain, but Crane's forced to pull back way in his own zone under forechecking pressure from Chris Lawson momentarily to build up any sort of momentum. Stretch pass up the middle didn't find Tomaitis. It was turned back by Simmons. Here Hooper covers for a pause with 14:43 to go in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. No shots on goal yet this period for UNC-Wilmington. That dump in won't be credited as one. Colin Roberts and the mighty Jake Quinn. About to take the draw. Won by Quinn. Tomaitis gains center. He flips the puck into the far corner. The dump and chase, though, goes the way of Wilmington's Charles Simmons, who had a couple meters of space to work with on that race to the vulcanized rubber. Kai Levy, pursued by Penn, absorbs a check but protects the puck. Headman feed to McGrath, starts a 2-on-2 entry for Wilmington. Another advancing pass intended for Schrock in the low slot was broken up. Roberts, pinched to the corner by Tomaitis. Leaves this to Kai Levy, center point taken away by Penn. He bulldozes his way into a one-on-one. Saunders Penn tried to go top corner while marked by Levy. That shot was high and wide. Buckman's follow-up never made it to the cage. Buckman again from the right point off a failed Wilmington clear is steered to the far corner. This left to Penn below the cage. He's bodied down by Levy. Emerging with the puck is Colin Roberts. He pushes it up the far boards. It's kicked out of the zone by McGrath, recovered by Engelman at the Delaware blue line. 6.5 minutes elapse in the second period of a 1-1 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Island Johnny Tomaitis takes a shoulder from Bessemer in the near corner after working back into Wilmington territory. Levy and Roberts couldn't control the puck in the far corner. Working forward is Kramer. He got tied up on a Wilmington stick. Pepe Armetta says there was no trip there. Play on, gentlemen, and they do. Hard shot from Lipinski. Caught and held by Noah Preston for a break in the action with 13 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the second period. It's a 1-1 game between the Seahawks and the Blue Hens. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important, and Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. 1-on-2 the other way, led by Brad Gray. He was steered to the near half wall, dropped past a trainer at the point, trying to set up a more concerted attack. Goes nearly awry, but Flaherty was beaten to the puck by Jess Day in the far corner. Now Lipinski gains control. Olensky to Kramer up the middle. He lost the puck 5 feet before the blue line. Nearly was brought free by Day, but walked in by Polchlepek now for Delaware up the left wing boards. He crashes the net, but can't get past Preston, who sealed off the near post. Gray the other way, slowed up by Polchlepek at his own blue line. Stays with the puck, works it ahead to Day up the right wing boards, who steps in over the Delaware line, but he couldn't float it to center where Umshad cut toward the net. That was intercepted, and this will come back in icing with 12 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the second period of a 1-1 game. Final game of the weekend for these teams. UNC-Wilmington with a 9-hour trip home in front of them, but with the holiday Monday coming up tomorrow, no pressure for these student athletes to return in time for 8 a.m. classes. We've got a man down in the Delaware zone. Can't even make out who it is. Looks to be Brian Kramer. Grasping at his wrist. Unable to see exactly what happened there. We did get it on the Delaware Sports Medicine Instant Replay. We're going to go to that right now. Kramer got bodied down net front off the puck. Ultimately, no call from the officials. And play continues on 5-a-side. Vecchio looking for space in his own end. Dodges a check but lost the puck. Mosher chases it down behind the cage. Gets on the scene too. Culbreth protects for the Seahawks but lost the zone. Wogish leveled Brower before driving back into the Wilmington end. Vecchio tries to run the gauntlet, gets taken down. Stam picks up the loose puck, circling behind the net. He leaves this to Crane at the left point. We're just past the 9-minute mark of the second period. The Crane shot was blocked. And the whistle sounds with 10:52 to go in the second period. This is going to go against the Seahawks. We'll see what the management has to say. Culbreth is off for roughing. So a Carl Dubé power play coming the way of the Blue Hens. 9:08 into the second period. Go on the advantage with Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. When looking for the perfect something special for your someone special. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé. UNC-Wilmington penalty assessed to number 12, Logan Culbreth. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 8 seconds in the second period. Culbreth 2 for roughing at 9:08. Crane's centering pass to Kramer. Didn't go as planned. Good to see Brian Kramer right back in action for Delaware. Klein to Penn behind the net. Flaherty. Hassled by Corey Levy at the far half wall. Dumps this behind the cage to Penn again. Crane holding the right point. Gives way. Corey Levy winds up and he clears. First power play wave coming on now for Delaware. Tomaitis' wrist shot was blocked from the high slot by Charles Simmons. They continue to jostle for position as Crane launches one in. Where's the puck? No. Didn't go in. Preston had it. Solid chance here for the Blue Hens. Matt Crane fired the puck in. Preston lost sight of it momentarily, but falled on the puck for the freeze. And the opportunities for the Blue Hens get all the sweeter as a 5-on-4, or 5-on-3 rather, is set to begin. Simmons went off. Good shot from Quinn. Better save from Preston. Wilmington penalty was assessed to number 76, Charles Simmons. 2 minutes for indirect contact to the head, roughing. That penalty at 10 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Simmons, 2 minutes. Indirect contact to the head, roughing at 10:24. Here's Tomaitis. Leaving the puck to Stam, below the cage, Quinn. He sets up Wogish, a hard shot, lunging for the save was Preston. Rebound went Stam's way, but he couldn't get a shot away, as now Preston scrambles to regain his wares. With 1:05 to go on the Simmons penalty, the Hens are forced back in their own zone. It's now 5-on-4. 11 and a half minutes in the second period have gone by. We're still 1-1, and we've still yet to see Wilmington get a shot away on Joey Hooper in this middle frame. Hens controlling the tempo, but A-grade chances have been few and very far between. Kramer trying to get back on his feet. This shot from Stam was just wide. Across ice to Flaherty. That one made it through! The Hens strike on the Carl Dubé power play. And they have taken the lead. Let's see it again. Kramer did have the tip. That originated from Flaherty. At the right point. So for Brian Kramer, that's his second of the season. And for the Blue Hens, their second of the game. They're back in the lead. Oh, Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 14, Brian Kramer. Assisted by number 3, Pat Flaherty. And number 11, Brendan Stam. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 6 seconds in the second period. Kramer's second from Flaherty and Stam at 12:06, a power play goal. Hens back in front. 7:01 to go in the second. And an attacking zone faceoff coming their way. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and its clientele. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, even Dubuque, Iowa. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Visit us online at 412communications.com. This draw to Preston's right was won cleanly by Colin Roberts. McGrath trying to get through forechecking resistance from Mahalios. Did find Schrock on the breakout pass, but the centering feed to Roberts didn't materialize as hoped. Here comes Mahalios the other way, 4-on-3 rush for Delaware. Klein posts up net front. Mahalios takes a check in the corner from Tabraham, joined now in this battle by Roberts and Klein. Puck remains trapped. Klein heads off to the bench. Villano pitchforks away to try to extract the puck. 6:12 to go in the second period of a 2-1 hockey game. Villano does emerge. He's got some help from Wogish. Flom protects the left point. He throws this puck off the near corner boards. Mahalios couldn't maintain his footing. Wogish works the puck to Crane at the right point. It was tipped by Villano off its intended line into the near corner, so no shot on goal. Flom couldn't get it away from Roberts off the rebound. Nolan Tabraham sends this puck up ice, stretch pass through traffic, bounced off McGrath's stick, ends up in the far corner. Crane had time to react and put the pressure on in his own zone. Laux, near corner, throws one through. Hooper uses his head to make the save here. His first and only save of the period, the first and only Wilmington shot of the period. It took them 14 minutes and 37 seconds to get a shot on goal in this middle frame. Hens have had the chances, but they've not made much of them, we'll say that. It's a 2-1 hockey game. The lead back in Delaware's possession thanks to Brian Kramer with the power play goal at 12:06. Laux tied up by Vecchio heading back into the Wilmington slot. This is cleared by Gray. Advanced by Umscheid. Shot bothered by Crane, well off its intended line, ricocheted off the backboards. Down to the final 5 in the second period of a 2-1 contest. Delaware leading Wilmington on home ice. Laux across the line to Bessemer. This shot wide again. Stam couldn't bring the rebound down cleanly. Gray plays the carom shot behind the goal. It was mishandled by Bessemer in front of his own bench. Gave it away below the cage, again to Brad Gray. Cycled to Laux, off the corner boards. Day leaves this to Mosher. Gray again, sweeping at the puck with Stam, but ultimately to no avail. Ringed behind the net to a waiting Robert Brower. Final 4 minutes of the second period. Brower checked off the puck. Austin Vecchio chips it beyond the other 10, Jess Day, and walks it now up the near boards before he gets tripped up at the blue line by Mosher. It was played by a high stick. And another high stick signaled by Richie Lachal. Will send a man off with 3 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the second period. So a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Starting here. The Wilmington attack was stunted due to a high stick on the puck. Delaware's counterattack halted due to Austin Vecchio's high stick on a player. And Wilmington makes quick work of this power play. They've tied it up 2-2. It took them all of 13 seconds. On the man advantage, Simmons slap shot from Brower. Knotting this game up. 2-2. Power play goal for the Seahawks. And for Simmons, his second of the year. UNC-Wilmington goal, his second of the season. Scored by number 76, Charles Simmons. Assisted by number 28, Robert Brower. And number 18, Nolan Tabraham. Time of the power play goal, 16 minutes, 36 seconds in the second period. Simmons is second from Brower and Tabraham at 16:36. 13 seconds prior, Delaware penalty assessed to number 10, Austin Vecchio, 2 minutes for high sticking. That penalty was at 16:23 in the second period. Vecchio 2 for high sticking. That penalty was at 16:23 in the second. 2:20 to go. Trainer's shot covered by Hooper. Reeled the puck in for the stoppage with 2:15 to go in second period play. Whether you're a competitive athlete like the Seahawks and Blue Hens or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine not only is the qualified choice for every athlete in your family, but the convenient choice as well. Learn more at desportsmed.com. 100 seconds to go in the second period. The centering pass from Roberts didn't make it cleanly to McGrath. Here comes Polchlepek the other way, 3-on-2. Drop pass to Kramer. He fires one in off the pads of the netminder Noah Preston. The follow-up chance from Polchlepek didn't make it through either. Play halted with 1:25 to go. We've got a hold signaled by Armetta. We'll see which way it goes. There was a mess of players to the right of Preston after that Delaware rush. Polchlepek off for holding. So this is going to come back into the Delaware end. They have the wrong guy momentarily. It wasn't Polchlepek, it was Olensky. Guilty of holding. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill begins now for the Hens. DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Delaware penalty was assessed to number 18, Patrick Olensky. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes 35 seconds in the second period. Olensky 2 for holding at 18:35. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Seahawks looking to close the second period on a high note. Shot from distance, courtesy Corey Levy, resulted in a Hooper pad save, and play is halted shortly thereafter. Another face-off to the left of Hooper. Hens clear off the draw this time round. 35 seconds to go. Just over a minute left on the Olensky hold. Brower led the re-entry. Tabraham working below the goal. Carams the puck back up the near side. This is work to Simmons. Thrown in again into traffic from the point. Saved by Hooper. Simmons winds up again. This blocked in close and subsequently cleared. And that will do it for the second period. The score through 2 periods. Delaware 2, UNC-Wilmington 2. We'll be back after the second intermission on the DHA.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Elegant. Luxurious. One of a kind. Since 1895, the Dubé name has embodied these very qualities. Make the 4-generation Dubé family tradition of fine custom jewelry your own, only at Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an on-the-job injury or car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Long and Greenberg can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
40 minutes in the books. We're going to start this third period 4-on-4 as Charles Simmons got himself a 2-10 for his slash at the end of the period and then some. Looking at the second period goals on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay there, the Kramer tip of the Flaherty point shot to put the Hens up at the 12:06 mark. But the Seahawks countered with a power play goal of their own. And it was Charles Simmons who tied it up for UNC-Wilmington, but he's got to sit idly by for the next somewhere between 10 minutes and 25 seconds and 12 minutes as he was issued a slashing minor and a 10-minute misconduct as the second period concluded. So in 10 seconds time, the Blue Hens will head to the Carl Dubé power play. Go on the advantage with Carl Dubé Jewelers on Concord Pike in Wilmington. When looking for the perfect something special for your someone special in Delaware for diamonds, it's Dubé. And Vecchio got taken off his feet trying to cut through the high slot. "44 seconds elapsed to the third period. Hens will get an attacking zone face-off after that puck went out of play. Second power play wave on for Delaware. Klein, Penn, Kramer, Flaherty, Crane. The Texan Saunders Penn joined by Logan Colbreth in the circle. Colbreth wins the draw. And this is cleared by Trainer up the near side. Crane below the goal, holds, and works this ahead up the right wing boards to Brian Kramer, who accelerates into the Wilmington zone. Kramer works the perimeter. Bobbling at the left point was Crane. Stealing the puck is Brad Gray. Breakaway, Gray high and wide on the shot. Kramer controls the rebound after Crane got a stick on it. And now Graham Klein comes back in to the Wilmington end. He takes a check in front of the Seahawks bench area. Blue Hens didn't have to tag up there as the puck was last played by a Wilmington stick. Klein centers to Penn. One-timer was off its target, and now Bradley Gray clears. Misconduct begins right now for Charles Simmons, the second Wilmington goal scorer. He won't be eligible to return to action until the final 8 minutes of the game. Cross-ice pass from Laux was intercepted. Quinn's shot, saved by Preston. His 25th stop of the game. 3-on-2 counterattack. Slowed up as Kai Levy took a Vecchio check right at the Delaware blue line. Hens clear and change. Laux waits behind his own goal. Schrock dodges a Buckman check at center. Kramer recovers the puck for Delaware. Tied 2-2, the 3-minute mark of the third period. Kramer looking for a path through traffic, flips the puck to Polchlepek, and this is tipped into the Wilmington bench area and out of play. 3 minutes and a few ticks gone in the third period. It was off a Wilmington player, so the faceoff stays inside the Seahawks zone. To the right of Noah Preston, who stopped 25 of 27 shots to this point. Hens improved in the second period in the faceoff circle. They had another couple scoring chances, but only 2 A-grade opportunities on 12 total second period shots. Quantity's not the problem. Quality has been. Flom to Buckman, pursued by Day. Flom again, accelerates up the right dots through the neutral zone. Under duress, he gains the Wilmington line and plays the carom shot off his backhand into the far corner. Kramer overskated the puck. It is pushed free by Brower back into the Delaware end where Pat Flaherty's got time and space to operate, but now a pair of forecheckers engaging him. This one thrown into the Wilmington zone, tipped toward netminder Noah Preston, who freezes for the pause. The Dubé name is synonymous with fine custom jewelry in Delaware and a 4-generation family tradition dating to 1895. Carl Dubé Jewelers also offers appraisal, design, resizing, and repair services. Find the perfect something special for your someone special. Visit Carl Dubé on Concord Pike in Wilmington. In Delaware, for diamonds, it's Dubé. Flaherty couldn't clear the zone on the breakout. Puck is loose in front, covered up with 15:47 to go. And we're going to watch this again on the Delaware Sports Medicine instant replay. There's the botched breakout. The initial shot came from D'Andrea. Trying to finish was Lawson. Looked like the puck was covered. It squeaked loose at the top of the crease. But by then, either the net had been dislodged or a similar situation. Brendan Liu ready to drop the puck again. Looked as though the Wilmington coaching staff had been trying to argue the puck was covered by a Delaware skater in the crease, which then would have been a penalty shot. Good to resume action to the left of Joey Hooper, who did get a couple saves in that whole ordeal. So 17 for 19, Joey, in the save department so far today. A 2-2 deadlock. 44.5 minutes in the making. Crane had to turn on the Jets to get past Levy. Mahalios finds Klein on the way out of the zone. Give and go through neutral ice. Mahalios takes a shove into the far glass by Cam Trainer, but works the puck below the net. Villano around the horn to Getz. He launches one in right into the glove of Preston for a pause. 15 and change to go in this 2-2 hockey game. Face-off coming to the left of Noah Preston after his 26th stop of the afternoon. Blue Hens on the road next week for a pair, as they will take on Millersville on Saturday and then Drexel on Sunday. We'll have Blue Hens men's Division I action on the Delaware Hockey Network next weekend, as the Hens, after a win and a shootout loss against Stony Brook, will host Rhode Island. Quinn tries to push forward off the faceoff to no avail as he ran into a sea of Jade. 2-on-3 this Wilmington entry, but the cross-ice pass from Roberts was tipped offline. Preserving was Levy at the left point. His shot right into the glove of Joey Hooper for a pause, with 5:19 elapsed in the third, and a 2-2 tie yet unbroken. Face-off coming to Hooper's right. Roberts and Quinn. In for the draw, puck is down. And clearing was Engelman. Levy to McGrath. Cross-ice pass regains the Delaware zone for the Seahawks. This shot was wide. Schrock opened fire from the right half while it went through the blue paint, but right to the corner. The follow-up chance near side from Levy, right into Joey Hooper's breadbasket, and he holds for save number 19. 14:21 to go from Fred Rust Arena. And the UNC-Wilmington Seahawks holding their own on the Fred Rust Arena ice for the first ever time in the history of their program. Second ever meeting between these two teams. They drew in southeastern North Carolina 52 weeks ago today, and the third game of what was a rather eventful road trip for the Blue Hens, which the Delaware Hockey Network was delighted to be part of. Every now and then, we hop on the bus with the team and bring Blue Hens hockey from far and wide into your homes, and we certainly enjoy those opportunities to see other barns and make the trip so you don't have to. Wogish behind the net. Quinn gave the puck away. Bessemer advances this over his own blue line. Headman to Siggins, taken away from him. Stam builds up momentum behind his own goal. Stretch pass up the middle beyond Vecchio's reach. He won the race to the goal line to cancel out the icing, though. Jess Day pinched to the wall by Wogish. On his way back up the far side for Wilmington, he emerges with the puck in the near corner. Wogish pushed him out of the zone. Flaherty recovers for the Hens. Drop pass, Joey Wogish couldn't reel it in at the top of the near circle. Here comes Umscheid the other direction. Umscheid 2-on-2, shot, hard pad save by Hooper, unable to clear with Stam. The follow-up chance came from Trainer at the right point. A Hooper stick save keeps us a 2-2 tie with 12 and a half minutes to go in regulation. Tabraham gloves the puck down at the left point. He throws it in lazily, intercepted by Vecchio, walked up the middle, but he couldn't connect with Stam on the headman pass to gain the Wilmington line. Tabraham with a long shot, caught and held by Joey Hooper to bring action to a halt with 12 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Good showings from both netminders, but A-grade chances on both sides have been at a premium. Maybe one each way here in the third period, if that. Emphasis on the if that as the stat man Eli Swope shakes his head no. C-grade chance there from Dandria, lofting the puck in from the left point. Hooper with the easiest of saves. Face off to his right. Sees Kramer leave the puck to Getz, and it is cleared. Lawson recovers at center. A stick from Polchlepek disrupts his progress. A hard shot from Corey Levy looking for his second goal of the game. Sails wide. It originated from the far half boards. Dandrio tries to work this up the near side. Getz got in his way. Dandria stick handles, gets some space to find Corey Levy. Levy bothered by Crane, couldn't get a shot away. They're tangled up in the near corner. Meanwhile, shot comes in from Brower, held for a pause by Joey Hooper with 11:15 to go. Face-off moves to Joey Hooper's left. Fresh legs on all around. Kramer met by Roberts, the far dot. Kramer wins the face-off for Delaware. We've been about 50-50 in the face-off department by this point after Wilmington controlled the terms there early on. Hens had the momentum in the second period. They've spent significantly more time in their end here in the third. Buckman with a D-zone steal, but taking the puck right back was Roberts. Centering pass, a shot from McGrath. Held on to by Hooper for a pause. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for you, the law office of the Long and Greenberg are committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. Schedule your free consultation by calling the law office of Long and Greenberg at 302-466-LONG or visit injuryde.com. After the wide shot from point man Robert Brower, the Hens mount a 2-on-2 counterattack. Puck thrown through the slot by Villano, nobody home. Here's Schrock the other way. Drop pass to McGrath at the left point. Sensing pressure from Villano, he steers the puck behind the cage. This played back by Roberts to Tabraham at the left point. He wound up, but that one rings off the back glass. Villano tries to push the rebound up the far side. It is Mahalios who ultimately does. Tabraham regains off the near boards as the fellow Seahawks change. Long shot, frozen by Joey Hooper for another stoppage with 9:57 to go in the third period. This 2-2 deadlock unbroken as Wilmington have accounted now for 11 third period shots, and we're only halfway through. Hens need to generate better transition momentum. The puck in play was unsuitable to continue with, so Brendan Liu gets a replacement, and off we go for the resumption. Hens' breakout in the third period has admittedly been poor. They're just trying to throw pucks out of the zone and giving them away. Penn steps up to apply pressure on Traynor. A more deliberate breakout for Wilmington. Led to Culbreth trying to set up Mosher for his shot. This one thrown in from distance by Siggins. Held onto by Hooper for another pause. It's happened a few times now in pretty much succession. Delaware tries to throw the puck out of their zone. They give it away. In come Wilmington. They don't generate A-grade chances, but they're getting shots on net, and Hooper's having to do pretty much all the heavy lifting. 9:15 to go. Crane leaves this to Tomaitis in the near corner. He chips it off the glass beyond Levy. Another foot race for the puck going to Wilmington in the neutral zone. This is poked away from Jess Day, who was looking for space, chased down by Saunders Penn. He throws it toward Tomaitis, but it was taken away by Kai Levy. Day to Gray, Crane recovers for the Hens. Quinn gave it away over the line, right into the path of Jess Day, who got an easy shot through, but just as easy a save from Joey Hooper. Keeping this a 2-2 game now with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Face-off coming to Joey Hooper's right after he records save number 28. Only 3 A-grade chances against him all game, though. So the 27 saves that he should have made, he made all 27 of them. Of the 3 that really tested him, he came up with 1. Buckman and Lawson got tangled up and then some behind the play. There is no icing as Delaware clears. And Lawson and Buckman go their separate ways. Meanwhile, Wogish puts forechecking heat on Corey Levy. He and Simmons the goal scorers. .802 officially to go in the third period. Tough luck, as it were, for Charles Simmons. Face off to the left of netminder Noah Preston in the Wilmington zone. Simmons can go at the next whistle now. 2-on-3 Wilmington attack. Checked off the puck was Lawson. Here's Kramer. into a 2-on-3 the other way. He dekes to try to get past Kai Levy. Cutting to the net was Olensky, but the pass never made it there. Roberts holds his ground while Flaherty keeps the pressure on him up the near boards. Lipinski recovers for Delaware, but is pinned deep in blue end territory. McGrath swarms on him. Puck is popped high into neutral ice. Polchlapek and Lipinski have a 2-on-2, but Polchlapek was bothered by Robert Brower high in the zone. This frozen, and we've got a pause in play with 7:05 to go. That will enable Charles Simmons to rejoin his own bench. Hens with an attacking zone faceoff. A rarity here in the third period, and they squander the opportunity. Lipinski gets the puck back. It was volleyed toward him by Joey Bessemer from just inside the Wilmington blue line. Klein to Villano. Villano slowed up at the line by Brower. Dumps the puck into Wilmington territory. It's chased by Tommy Villano. Flaherty across the line. Lipinski's shot deflected up into the protective netting by Preston for a pause. Is this the change of momentum the Delaware Blue Hens need? Another attacking zone faceoff coming up as Dimitri Mahalios comes into the circle. But he loses the draw to the Seahawks again. Mosher couldn't maintain. Flaherty with the throw in. Preston blocked the puck down, and Tabraham steadies behind his own net. 6:15 to go. Colbreth winds up. Shot was tipped off Hooper's glove. It was wide of the far post, though. Mosher pursued by Getz in the near corner. The Delaware end. Getz plays the body. Colbreth offering good support, protects the puck for Wilmington. Tabraham winds up. Shot wide off the backboards. Bounces to the right point, which was held by Traynor. Villano takes this away. He skates out of his own zone, 2-on-2. Two trailing Seahawks causing pressure astern, though. Centering pass squeaks past Klein. Here Mahalios shoots. That was off target. Villano caroms the rebound back behind the net, which Mahalios protects. He tries to walk one in close. Stepping up was Klein to try to jam one past, but to no avail. 5:25 to go. A mess of players both ways, and the last word belonging to Noah Preston. Faceoff comes to his right, and the Hens control. Quinn won the draw. Crane held the left point and got the puck in deep. Penn overpowered by Charles Simmons. Simmons pushes this into the neutral zone beyond the reach of Crane. It was swatted by Umscheid back to Simmons, thrown behind the net. Umscheid double teamed near side, gives way to Tomaitis, who under pressure finds Penn on the breakout. 2-on-2. Penn throws one toward the cage. Quinn couldn't get there in time as Simmons angled him to the far corner in pursuit of the puck. Tomaitis plastered by Simmons into the far glass. Works the puck below the cage, stepping up. Getz could not hold the point. Penn and Gray collide at center. That opens the door for Kai Levy to work up the near boards, but he was slowed up by Getz at the Delaware blue line. So Wilmington will change with 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Quinn tied up by Day. Day flipped the puck in close. It's frozen by Hooper for a pause, but not a shot on goal. We're back at it tomorrow on the Delaware Hockey Network. High school hockey from the Patriot Ice Center. Avon Grove hosts Owen J. Roberts. Face-off will be 7:45 p.m. Eastern, 4:45 Pacific. Get there if you can, but if not, we'll have all the action on the Delaware Hockey Network for you in high definition. Lawson could not work back into the Delaware zone off the feed from Brower. So the Seahawks dump in and cede possession to Joey Engelman. Vecchio across ice, couldn't find Wogish. This is slammed back by Brouwer from his own blue line. Flom to Engelman behind the goal. Up the right wing boards, Joey Wogish. Cross ice pass to Stam, lots of space to work with in the neutral zone. The Stam shot was rushed and over the glass. 3:40 to go in regulation. Hens setting up in the attacking zone to try to break a 2-2 tie. Austin Vecchio came in for the draw across from Colin Roberts. One-on-one for Wilmington. Engelman couldn't swat the puck beyond Schrock's reach. Posting up net front was McGrath, but the puck squeaks past him. Tabraham throws this in, kicked away by Josh Flom to the corner. Roberts tries to line up a shot. Hooper sprawls. He's out of his crease. He hops back in. Meanwhile, McGrath protects the puck behind the net. Hauled down by Vecchio behind the cage. This comes back to Traynor at the right point. Shot was blocked by Vecchio. In comes Wogish up neutral ice. He tries to stick handle through net front traffic, but he lost control of the puck 10 feet from the cage. This breakout from Schrock was foiled. Olensky got blindsided in neutral ice. Down with the puck comes Kramer. He walks back in up the right dots. He puts on the brakes 20 feet inside the line. Drop pass to Flaherty. This caromed into the near corner. Olensky takes a check. Kramer back on his feet. Tries to work through traffic, but to no avail. He got tied up by Kai Levy. Final 2 minutes and 35 seconds of regulation. Flaherty's shot caught Kramer. Friendly fire in close. Olensky takes a check in the far corner. He tried to center to Lipinski to no avail. Kramer comes down with the puck again for Delaware, but it's taken away and skied into the neutral zone. Race on for the biscuit in front of the Delaware bench. Polchlepek was angled out of position by Brad Gray. Gray tied up behind the Delaware net. Protects the puck. He tries to wrist one into the low slot, but it was intercepted by Kramer and now floated back to center ice. Final 2 minutes of regulation. From Fred Rust Arena, it's a 2-2 hockey game. Jess Day with space up the left wing boards. Getz pinches him to the wall. The drop pass did not make it to Umshad. Polchlepek to Lipinski the other side, 2-on-2. Lipinski, the South Carolinian, couldn't split the wickets high in the zone. Puck bounces back to the Delaware blue line, where Villano protects his territory. Lipinski comes off, Crane comes on. Final 95 seconds of regulation. Mahalios could not cut through traffic from the dot. Villano's going to take an opportunity now, but Lawson checks him off the puck. The Crane breakout pass didn't connect. Villano stripped of the puck just over the line by Nick Dandria. This floated in off the backboards as we come to the final 75 seconds of regulation. Matt Crane stands his ground in that confrontation with Lawson, and he shovels the puck up the far boards as far as the Wilmington blue line, where it's brought back down by Bessemer. Here up the left wing boards came Brouwer back into Delaware territory. Open ice check separates Lawson from the puck. This opens the door for Klein. 2-on-1, but time's running out. Graham Klein scores! With 49 seconds to go. Graham Klein gives Delaware the go-ahead. It is 3-2. Blue Hens are in front. The only ink on the score sheet in the entirety of the third period. Klein with his 9th of the year. Oh, Delaware goal! His 9th of the season. Scored by number 27, Graham Klein. Assisted by number 7, Matt Cray. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 10 seconds in the third period. Klein's ninth from Crane at 19:10. Extra attacker on, final 5 seconds. Desperation shot came from Corey Levy to no avail. This is cleared by the Hens, and they win 3-2 over the UNC-Wilmington Seahawks. Today's final score, Delaware Blue Hens 3. UNC-Wilmington Seahawks 2. Final shots on goal, Delaware 33. Wilmington 30. So the Blue Hens come away with the win to improve back to 500 on the season. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Today's third star with a goal for UNC-Wilmington, number 86, Corey Levy. Today's number 2 star with 28 saves for the Delaware Blue Hens, number 33, Joey Hooper. And the number 1 star of the game with the game-winning goal for Delaware, number 27, Graham Klein. So that will do it for us from Fred Rust Arena here on the Delaware Hockey Network, as the Blue Hens roll to a 3-2 hard-fought victory over UNC-Wilmington to get back in the win column after dropping 2 to NC State. Delaware goals coming from Joey Wogish. Fourth liner Brian Kramer on the power play. And then the last minute game winner off the Matt Crane setup, Graham Klein putting a bow on a 3-2 University of Delaware win. Their 14th of the year. Klein from the blue line 2-on-1 seals it for the Blue Hens. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you again soon.